first. Go ahead, flip them over and get yourself ready. Read through them. Make sure you know what you're going to read. Those are your, remember, those are your words to know for this book. When you're ready, if you have the first one, go ahead and start.
What?
You have the first card? Go ahead.
I have the first card who has a cross. I have a cross right behind. I have the card who has house. I have house.
Go ahead. You have house?
Oh yeah, I have house who has house. I have house who has moon. I have moon who has nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, I have nothing who has one. Huh? I said I have nothing who has one. I have one who's has elf. I have elf who has took. I have took who has voice.
Voice. Good job.
I have voice. This is the last card.
Good job. You all did very nice. All right. We're going to read our vocabulary words. And then we're going to see if we can find them in our book. Okay? When you read your word, see if you can use it in a sentence. And then we're going to read it from the book and see if we can tell each other what the word means.
This one, last time I had the same word.
Did you? Okay. What do you think your word is?
Finally.
Finally. Did you have trouble sounding that out? No. Did you anything in there you noticed that you want to show people, tell anybody that helped you tell me what that word was? I-N? What's I-N? N. Okay, what's A-L-Y say? Ellie. Good. All right. What about you, Shantez? Junior. Anything in that word that helped you read that word?
Cousin was a junior and he taught me how to say it.
Okay. Does he have junior in his name? Or is he a junior in high school?
He's a junior.
Oh, he's in junior football. Got it. Okay. What you got, Emily? Set it down. Let's see. What is it? Web bed. Web bed. What do you think about web bed?
Oh, it's web.
Why do you think it's webbed and not web bed?
Because there's two B's.
There are two B's. So if we split that, it'd be web bed.
But if we put it together, it'd be web.
And have we ever heard of the word web bed? No. And yesterday we read a story in shared reading, right? And what'd they have? Webbed. What'd they have? Webbed what?
They have webbed feet.
Webbed feet. Remember? Webbed. So when those two B's go together, they're webbed. Webbed. Good job. I like the way you sounded it out and chewed it. Split it.
What do we do? Choose
Steer. What do you notice in steer?
S-T-E-E-R.
Good. S-T and E-E. We have two E's. We put them together, they say E. It's a long E. Good job. Cadence has the tricky one. What do you got, Cadence? What do you think about that word?
What is it?
Show them. Do you know it? No.
Oh, no, what?
What do we think?
Addie.
What do you think it is? Addie. Okay. Why do you think it's Addie?
Because there's an A and then two D's.
There's not two D's. Here's the word she has.
Adelie?
Adelie. Why do you think Adelie?
Because they got Lee.
Has Lee. Okay.
And it has E-D. D-E.
D-E. What's D-E? D.
There's a
Okay. And then there's a big A. So it tells me that it's a proper noun. You already know what this word is. This word is Adelia.
Adelia.
tricked you, Cadence. I'm sorry. This word is Adelia. This is the name of a penguin.
Oh, it is a
It's the proper noun. It doesn't. English does that to us all the time, doesn't it? This is the proper noun for a penguin.
Oh yeah, because the
It's a specific kind of penguin. So when you get to
that
it,
does not
this right here,
look like how it sounds.
this right here, can you see, Tosh? I'm sorry. This right here is an Adelia penguin.
All of those are.
All of these are Adelia penguins. Okay, so when we get there, because I like tricking you, Cadence. Okay?
You don't mean that.
Oh, well, okay, you're right. So, I want you to open your book, see if you can find your word. Because I tricked Cadence, so I'm going to give her a break on this one. See if you can find your word, and you're going to read the sentence out loud to us that goes with that word.
Miss Ryan, I just opened the book and I
Find your word. I know. Good. Put it, find it. Skim the pages and see if you can find your word.
I just opened my book.
I know you do. Skim the pages and see if you can find your word. Put your finger on it. Find the beginning of the sentence. Read it to yourself. And be ready to share it with us.
I already got it. Okay.
No, you get out of it for just a moment. Let them find it. Did you find yours? When you're ready, give me a thumbs up on your chest so I know you got your word. Find it? Not on that page. Read your sentence. Alright, who wants to read us their word? Taj? Go ahead, read it nice and loud so we can all hear it.
For a long time, people weren't sure.
Oh, find your word.
Oh,
Start at the sentence.
Scientists finally agree that there are 17 kinds of penguins.
So what do you think finally means? It says, scientists finally agree there are 17 kinds of penguins.
Because they might have went there and then
But what does finally mean?
it means like it's the end of a movie or like end of like end of something that you're doing.
So their end is the end of deciding how many penguins there are. 17. So they come to an end of their decision, right? All right. How about you?
Even junior emperor
Emperor, you're right.
penguins are longer than many other birds.
What's junior? What do you think junior is from his sentence? Hold on to it because I think you know. Oh, she didn't hear you. Can you read it again for her?
Even junior emperor penguins are larger than many other birds.
What do you think junior means in that sentence?
Junior penguins are bigger than birds.
Okay, but what does junior mean? What do you think junior means?
It's like when you big and like you 8 or 10, like
It's like a baby or something.
it's not like a thing. It's like you old enough to like do your own thing.
Okay, so when the penguins, and they're called juniors, they're not the baby penguins anymore, right? They're the older penguins, but they're not the adult penguins yet, right?
Teenagers.
They're kind of like teenager penguins. Good example.
I know because my cousin played football.
Okay.
He was a junior and he was like 10.
Okay, so he's in the middle. He's not pre and he's not big, right? So he's in the middle. Good job. All right, let's hear webbed.
They have webbed feet too.
So they're talking about their
Web feet.
feet. Remember, the web is the skin in the middle. And I just gave you that one. Y'all were supposed to tell me. I blew that one.
Penguins' feet are.
All right, your turn. Yep. Read the sentence.
They use their feet to steer through the water.
Good job. Steer through the water. I'm gonna try not to steer the. I'm gonna try not to steal this one. What's steer?
Kind of like, I don't think.
What do you think?
Like,
Steer through the water. They use their feet to steer through the water.
Like turning in the water.
To turn. What else do you steer? Or maybe somebody steers.
You can like steer with a car.
You can steer a car. What do you use to steer a car?
With the thing that you hold so you won't like wreck.
That's called a steering wheel. And it's when you steer with it, what moves?
The car.
The car. So what on the car turns?
The wheels.
The wheels. So if a penguin steers with his feet turn, and then his body goes a different way, right? So he's steering.
Where the
Feet control.
feet is pointing, where are they gonna go?
Good job. All right, let's go to the front of this book. We're going to read a book. We're going to start this book called Penguins by, go ahead,
By Ellen.
Alan Wood. Good job. It's right there, quickly. All right. Yep, that is the picture you had. What were those called? That picture, what are those penguins called? Adelia penguins, good. All right, here we go. So this is our table of contents because this is what kind of book? That nonfiction means real or fiction means make-believe, doo-dah. Nonfiction means real. Huh. Why is this? How do we know this? There you go. How do we know this is nonfiction and not fiction? It's about animals.
And it's real.
It's real. How do you know?
And because there's real pictures of them all together.
There's real pictures of them all together, and these are called.
If it's fake or real pictures.
That's right, because we're using text.
Because when you look at the paper, it looks like you can tell it's fake because real because the pictures sometimes can be cartoonish.
And it's not cartoonish, is it? So these pictures are text features. Remember those text features like we're doing in our slideshows?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a picture, and then we have what?
The name of it?
A label. Remember the name of it. So this one's called a rockhopper penguin. Okay, this is our table of contents. You're too far. You skipped ahead on me. Table of contents for me. Yep. Okay, let's do this one and you can tell me all about it. Table of contents. So what are we going to read about? If I said turn to page 8, what are you going to read about?
We're going to read about penguins in warm places.
Penguins live in warm places?
Not all penguins.
Not all penguins. Apparently some do. What if I said, what's on page 3?
All kinds
All kinds of penguins. What is on, where do you find penguins in cold places?
in Africa.
Page 6. Good. Where do I find penguins of the world? 10. When it's a nonfiction book, do I have to read it in order? No. I can read the different parts. Okay.
I thought it was going to be like the dots have like dots, the number.
That just tells us what page it's on. Good thinking. Okay, let's see what other text features we're going to find in here. Anybody remember what this part's called? All kinds of penguins, but it's our subheading. So this whole thing, the main idea is going to be all kinds of penguins, and we're going to learn about all kinds of penguins. That's our detail, right? Okay, let's turn the page and see. Ooh, anybody see a text feature? What do you see? How do you know that's sliding?
That's because one's jumping and then they jump down hills. They think it's fun because it's cold and they like the play.
Okay, but how do I know from this picture that that's called sliding? Because that's a label, right? It's a label. It tells us what's happening. I guess he's too big for that crack. Okay, our next text feature is
like a map.
It's a map. Good. What's this map telling me?
It's telling you where they live, east, and the red.
The red, read it with me. Everybody read it with me. Red areas show where penguins live? So where do they live?
On the red areas.
They do live in the red areas. Where does this
They
one
live
live?
in South America.
The side of South America, the bottom of Africa, Australia, and
Right there.
Antarctica.
In right there.
And right there off the side of Australia. You are correct. Let's see what other text features we got. Nope.
Turn
the page. Well, they do, but they're talking about natively. There's that tricky one. There's another picture. Adelia penguins, that label. What's the subheading for this part?
Penguins in cold places.
Penguins in cold places. So what's the main idea of this part?
Where the penguins live in cold
Where penguins live in cold places. Good. What kind of penguins live in cold places according to these pictures? Emperor penguins and Adelia penguins. Good. All right. What text features do we see on this page?
Penguins in warm places.
Penguins in warm places.
That's a
Fairy penguins. What do you think fairy penguins are?
Maybe
Think they're big or you think they're small?
they're small, but they just got fair.
Do you think they're fair skin or do you think they're small like fairies?
They're like
They're small like fairies.
this is how big this one is. This one is
Maybe.
but they probably got fair so they can like be different and they'll like get in their water.
Okay, so we'll have to read to find out more about the fairy penguins, won't we?
I think they call them fairy penguins
Because they're small. Maybe when we read this, we'll find out.
Oh,
You think?
they live in Australia too. These live in Australia.
Okay. Caden's over here. She's trying to figure out that big word again on me that I already picked out for you. What do you notice in that word? That big C label.
I know what I
Where
No.
do you split it? It has or, so we go here. What else do you notice? It has ants. We know ants, we know or. Pour, good. Pour, more ants. Pour more ants. Put it together. Pour more ants. Oh, they're so good. Those are called cormorant penguins. But they're not really penguins. Did you know that? These are birds that look like penguins. They just have really long necks and they dive really deep in the water to get fish. They're another type of bird that can't swim. Or they can't fly. They can swim. They dive deep, but they can't fly. Penguins cannot fly, no.
How do they steer them?
I don't know. We'll have to read and see if it'll tell us.
I thought these were the birds when they get older, they fly inside the water.
No, those aren't pelicans. These are cormorants.
It looks like penguins, but it's actually cormorant.
They are. You're absolutely right. And last page, we have one more text feature on this page. What do you see on the next page for the text feature?
I see.
This is called a
Penguins of the world.
Penguins of the World. You're right. I skipped that one. What do you think this part's going to be about? Penguins of the World. And then this is a...
Like they tell you, like some will live in cold and some will live in cold and warm.
Good. So this is a chart that tells us what kind of penguins live in the cold and what kind live in the warm. Okay.
Fairy penguins live in the warm.
Fairy penguins live in the warm. Where do Adelia penguins live?
In the cold.
Where do rockhopper penguins live?
Warm.
Cold.
Cold. Where do Galapagos penguins live? Where do emperor penguins live?
Cold.
Cold. All right. Y'all did good on those text features.
It says
It's that hard
zookeepers.
word. All right, we're going to work on that right about later.
It's a text to the
Okay,
world.
we have 5 minutes. You ready?
What's the
I'm
word?
gonna let you all decide. Let's look at this table of contents. We've already talked about Adelia penguins, and we said they lived in the
They live in the cold.
cold. So let's read about penguins in cold places. What page are we gonna turn into? 6. Everybody turn to page 6, please.
Bring that back. It's first step.
All right. We're gonna whisper read. If I tap in front of you, I want to hear you. But if you want to, you have your whisper phone, okay? We're gonna read this one called Penguins in Cold Places. So it should mostly be about in cold places. Now, what's it gonna be about? Penguins in
Cold places.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna start with you, Cadence, May.
In cold places.
You remember how to say it?
No.
Adelia.
Adelia penguins live in Africa.
Where? Does that look at that? Put your finger there and tell me. Does it sound right? Say it slow. Break it apart. You notice ant. Park. Good. What's that word? Antarctica. Good job.
They make their homes on the ice. They have a thick layer.
Start over. Make sure it makes sense.
They have a thick layer of
What do they have on their bodies?
feathers.
Good. They have a thick layer of feathers.
And that helps them stay warm.
Awesome. Whoa, on the floor. Did a nice job, babe. Just start where you are, baby.
I just got easy.
Okay, start. Just read wherever you start. Where you stopped. Where were you when I tapped in front of you?
I was just done.
Okay, but where are you in here? Have you read over here? Have you turned the page and finished reading this section? No? Okay, then start wherever your favorite part was. Read a paragraph to me.
Most people live in cold places. Adelia penguins live in Africa.
Well, ant. Go ahead. You found ant. What else can you read in that word? Antarctica. Antarctica.
They make their home on the ice. They have a layer of feathers that helps them stay warm. The copper penguins live on clay beaches in South America.
Nice job. Can you read this page for me?
Live in Africa too. They are penguins. Their big bodies can stay warm in the cold. Even penguins are longer than many other birds.
Good job. All right. Read me a part.
Most penguins live in cold places. Adelia penguins live in Australia. They make their homes on the ice. They have a thick layer of feathers that helps them stay warm. Rockhopper penguins live on chilly beaches in South America.
Good job. All right, Taj. Read for me right here, baby.
Antarctica too. They are the biggest of all the penguins. Their big bodies can stay warm in the cold. Even junior penguins are larger than many other penguins.
Awesome job. You all did an awesome job. Here's what I noticed while you were reading. I want you all to turn to page 5 for me, just real quick. We said that the penguins lived in South America. Can you find South America?
Right there.
Okay. Good. Can you find Africa? Okay. Everybody look at Africa. What do you see and hear in Africa? F. What's that? What letter do you hear? A.
and F.
A and F. So find the word that says Africa.
Oh, right here.
Oh, yeah. Africa. Okay. Somebody find, or everybody find Australia. Australia. What letters do you hear at the beginning of Australia? Australia. It's an A, and what other letters next to it?
The A.
So AU says where's AU? Australia. Good. How about Antarctica? Antarctica. What do you hear? A-N-T. So I'm looking for the word that starts with A-N-T. Antarctica. Okay. So here's what I heard. I heard you read Africa. Does that say Africa? No. Which one of these say Africa? Oh, this one says Africa. Okay? But I heard Taj a little while ago when he heard somebody else say Africa. I heard him say, that says ant. See, it says ant. Okay? So you got to pay real close attention to the beginning letters so that you, oops. Well, we'll fix that later. When you're reading, okay? So that way you don't think. Because you all told me that cold penguins live in Africa. Is it cold in Africa? No, it's hot in Africa. Okay? Is that a deal? All right. I'm very proud of you. You did a nice job. Tomorrow, I don't know. We'll have to find out tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to come back and we're going to read some more. And then on Wednesday, you're going to write the main idea of a section of your choice.